Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review Episode 244. This I'm covering the 1015th episode of the anime, Straw Hat Luffy, the man who will become king of the pirates. Become the Pirate King. Yeah. And this episode is from the rest of chapter 1000, pages 5 through 19. So you could say almost the entire chapter this morning. Me. This episode mostly focuses on Yamato a lot of the time, with a little bit on Luffy. Mostly, it's all building him up this whole episode. That's most what this episode is about. We mostly just have a conversation between, Yamato and Momo about Luffy. Well, the episode started before that with a flashback with Ace and Yamato. An absolute great flashback. It's a continuation of the last flashback they had, where they're continuing to talk about Luffy, and of course he passes out. Like, of course, Yamato's out that Ace died, even if he just fell asleep. It's a gag of his. So they continue to chat back and forth about that, and about Luffy, and about her becoming Odin. And, of course, talk about the travelogue. In fact, Luffy's becoming king of the pirates. And, of course, Ace doesn't want anybody laughing at. Yamato thinks that's an awesome thing. Then pretty much the very next day, time for him to go, and he goes on his speedboat. Yes, his speedboat. Which, for some reason, I'm not really sure why this is. Apparently, I don't really know why in the world this is. Or apparently, this boat, as far as I can tell, I think, after he died. Yeah, it's like they pretty much have him stop using this boat. Yes. It's like a speedboat he has. Yeah, it makes his return to the series the first time in quite a while. Yes, as far as I can tell when it comes to Ace's boats he has, they don't really, mention exactly what happened to them. It's once they, join up with the White Bear Pirates, it's like they stop appearing. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened to this damn thing, but I'm not exactly finding it. Okay, here it is, the Striker. Yeah, it's completely unknown what happened to it. I mean, last time I was seen when he was searching for Blackbeard. Yep. As for where this thing is currently, it's completely unknown. I mean, last time it could have been seen was probably when he actually found Blackbeard in that old West town. It's possible. I didn't really go into it at all. So he goes off, and then, of course, that pretty much on the way, with this episode here, this kind of wraps up, and then we have, basically, we have Yamato's reaction to Ace's death in the episode. Yep. Where she's upset with it. She, of course, is bandaged up, and apparently she gets into a fight. When they're fighting with her father, which she loses. Now, here's the thing I don't really like about this. Now, Yamato's clearly a woman, and yet everybody refers to her as a man, even though she proclaims a man. That's not like she's actually a woman. Probably because that's how she was raised. Yep. And they come back to present day where then of course like everybody is simply put like meeting up on the top. We have basically we do see briefly Law. We're looking at a poneglyph and he teleports right to the rooftop and of course followed by Captain Kidd and Killer. Where the three of them arrive there and of course Law brings along Zoro who brings it to the top and then also we see Luffy walk up the stairs and he destroys the doors there. And then of course Kaido's like, tell us again to our faces what your proclamation is. And Luffy just walks right past them. Over to the Scabbards. Yes. Where he has a big conversation with Kinemon. And tells him basically, asking to kill the Wano soldiers. That, yep, I'll do that. And then, of course, Luffy tells Law, teleport down to the next floor. And, of course, he obliges. In the manga, he basically says, don't tell him what to do. And, of course, he transforms down anyways. And he introduces himself as Monkey D. Luffy, the man who be king of the pirates. And that's where the episode ends. I also really love the whole illusion stuff in here. Where you see Yamato, we see illusion of Sabo as a kid, Ace, we see Gold Roger, Odin, Whitebeard, and of course Luffy. Out of all these characters he has flashback, the illusions she's seeing, all but two are dead. The only two that are not dead are Luffy and Ace. Nice. Sabo. All the rest are dead. I mean, Whitebeard got killed on Marineford. Roger got executed 25 years for the series. Odin was killed by Kaido. And Ace was killed by Akainu, basically while him using a big loud fist punch right through his freaking chest. Yeah, I thought that was really cool image. And I think the anime did a great job with it. Basically, you have Yamato fantasizing about meeting Ace as a child. Yep. And of course, we have flashbacks of stuff that happened prior to this, like stuff that happened mostly in Zoe Island. It's great though they actually show Zoe Island again, even though that if you watch the dub right now, they just recently finished dubbing Zoe Island and they just started dubbing Whole Cake. Now, this is probably gonna take about 9 parts when they do that one. I'm starting to watch right now. I haven't finished it yet. I'm on the first episode right now. But yes, absolute great episode. Can't wait for next week's episode, which there's not technically going to be a regular episode next week because they're taking a week off. And I'm thinking, okay, they do this and they just came back after like a month and we're taking a week off. Why, you might ask? A recap episode! Yes, seriously, a recap episode is coming next week. Yes, also, I forgot to mention this in my My Hero Academia review, that next chapter for that one does not come off for 3 weeks. This one, only 2 weeks. Not bad. So, 3-hour review. Black Clover is on a short break. Who knows how long that will be. One Piece is only going to break for just a couple weeks and be right back. Which is nothing usual for that one. And in the case of My Hero Academia, it's on break for 3 weeks. So, basically, yeah, next week, basically, not going to be many videos next week. No, not many. I'd say about 2, maybe 3 at most. Yes, if I'm lucky. Alright. Now, this is news chapter of the manga, chapter 1047, Sky Over the Capital. Yep. First, you have this wonderful 2-page spread of the Straw Hat Pirate just relaxing and they're there with Momo, and I think that's you have Jinbei sleeping, you have Rob reading a book wearing a bikini, you have Nami reading a book, you have Chopper in a tree, we have Frankie riding on Momo, we have Usopp and Usopp's trying to eat the food that Sanji prepared. Luffy is basically just crawling on Nami's hammock for reasons, just like a hand on it. And of course, basically, Zoro's catching fish. Yeah, and of course, Brook is asleep, which I find to be so hilarious. Of course, people see this image like, wait, is why is basically Luffy grabbing onto Nami's hammock? Yeah, this makes no freaking sense. It could be basic because of this book. And no, I don't think he wants Nami. No, he does not want Nami. There has been no romantic... Now, this would make some people like us to do fan fiction of Nami and Luffy together. Luffy has developed no interest in Nami sexually. Nope. I think the only guy she may be interested in is Sanji. Yep. Alright. Now we're going to the start of the chapter. We start with Yamato trying to do the flame clouds while trying to protect the capital. And of course, everybody's crying like crazy. And of course, basically a flashback of just before their time to the future. And of course, he goes back and of course thinks of mom. And then we can finally continue the fight between Luffy and Kaido. 6 pages in. Yes, so like, oh, I forgot to mention. There was debut of a brand new move in the anime. Luffy debuts the Gum Gum Red Rock. Yep. It's a big, humongous fire fist, and he punches it right in Kaido's face. I almost forgot to mention that he did make a debut of that new move. So back to the manga. They just brawl back and forth. He just hits him with the club. Punch, punch, punch. Luffy's like of course mentioning Roger the heavy powers. And, well, that's indeed true. He definitely didn't have Delver powers. Whitebeard clearly did. And, of course, he does Destroyer, Death, Thunder, Boogla. Yeah, it's something a part of his line is simply a quote from War of the Worlds. Destroyer, Death. Like, something like that. And, of course, Luffy's grabbing onto what appears to be Kaido's chest. Yes, because Kaido's not wearing a shirt here. He's grabbing at his chest like it's a shirt. He's like, what? And then he goes straight to his dragon form for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, Dragon Twister, and of course they're trying to keep the Kaido's mansion away from the capital for way to flatten it. And of course you see Otama, where she's like smiling with. And then we see Luffy look like he was fried, but don't worry, he's fine. And of course, the boss talking about if Luffy loses, basically follow their deaths, stuff like that. Yeah, crush Kaido, and of course, Usopp is like running away, water, water. And then we see, looks like to be the former Shogun basically trying to take Odin's daughter. Of course, Momo basically finally got a chance to make some. And then, of course, you try to make he gets contacted by Luffy, like, huh? I'm going to put an end to this by bringing a giant black fist and punches Kaido right in the face. He's going to punch right through the island. Island. Luffy, no. Do it, Momo. I believe in you. What? Okay. So it looks like Luffy's about to hit Kaido, which that should be interesting to say the least. And next chapter, we have to wait 2 weeks for it. Okay, so we have to wait until like May 1st for basically next chapter for this one. And then like a week after that, will be return of My Hero Academia. As for when Black Clover is coming back, don't know. I thought that was kind of like it's not listed here for some reason. Oh, basically, his like last chapter read was 331. Yeah, and that was it. Yeah, so this one, I don't know when they release a new chapter for this one. But in the case of, like I said, One Piece. So basically, there will be no reviews of manga for One Piece, My Hero Academia, and Black Clover next week. There will be reviews for One Piece and Bart next week, but not for the other two. Okay? Oh, by the way, I get this chapter roughly a 10 out of 10. Great chapter. It looks like we're getting close to that finish line. Finishing up this fight between Luffy and Kaido, which is the only fight left, because all the rest of the bad guys have been beaten this arc. Yep. So yes, that's a particular review. Next one's going to be a review of the newest episode, Boruto. Okay, next video. Bye.